What is going on, brothers and sisters? Eric Rosen here, your internal strength coach, here to show you how to overcome your greatest challenges so you can shine your brightest light. I offer personal training and I also offer coaching. If you're interested in getting fit physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in your relationships, send me a message, ericrosencoaches@gmail.com. So, as you can see, I'm in the meditation chambers again today. Busy day today. And the reason that it was a busy day today, it has to do with the subject I want to talk about, which is being humble. Being humble, eating some crow, if you will. And I'm busy right now because I have a lot of different projects going on. I want to make this like my only project because I feel like it is my soul's purpose to do the coaching, to help lead, teach, guide people, and even heal, teach, and especially teach you guys how to heal yourselves, because that's really what this is about. And I know this because of a lot of the different things that I've done, the meditations, going to psychic mediums, the ayahuasca ceremony, and there was always this common denominator of knowing like this was part of the path, like the purpose. And so what happens is because I know that, it's kind of like, why would I fuck with anything else in my life? Like, why would I have any other projects that don't in some way aren't leading to this path? It's like, it's going to look like this is the path, this is the way, and boom, go from there. So the issue with that is that even though it is purpose filled and it is heart filled, the ego can kind of like get in there too, where it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to fuck with anything else. And then you start to kind of get, I started to get to this place where like I'm rejecting ideas, I'm rejecting other projects, and even, other things that bring income, because I'm like, nope, this is it. This is how it's going to look. And I know I've talked about it. I've talked about like manifesting and being open. And the reality of it is right now is that I'm having to eat a little bit of humble pie, because while this is the calling for me, and this is, showing up and doing these videos every day and offering the coaching, offering the personal training is my passion, there's still other things that I got to do. There's still other things I have to learn. So, and that's really the key, is like the learning, the lessons that come like from these other things. So rather than me looking at things like, this is the path, this is the way, this is what I'm meant to do, so let's make that happen, and everything else, fuck it. But there's things that I still need to do, like another job, like another source of income that doesn't directly correlate to this path, but it does indirectly, because there's actually going to be like growth and lessons and opportunities that actually come from that. And this is where I talk about like trusting in the universe that certain things are showing up for a reason, that you can't understand like what it's there for, but who knows? I mean, I may like learn some really awesome fucking lessons from doing a particular job that I would not have otherwise have learned had I not taken that job. And so then missing out on those opportunities, I'm not able to grow from them, and then I'm not able to implement them, to integrate it into my practice of coaching and of personal training. So it's this challenge. It's like this, if you're interested in looking it up, this is the last day of Uranus square Mars in astrology, and it's this aspect of, it's like when your ego meets you wanting to like rise higher to things that are of the highest value in your life. And that's what I've been doing, is like wanting to keep that feeling of like wanting to rise up to the things that mean the most to me in my life. But at the end of the day, it's like you still have to realize that sometimes you have to, I guess, just kind of put your head down and just move through like some of the stuff that you're still supposed to move through, whatever that is. I think it's the ultimate thing where we want things to come into our life, but we don't just want them. We want them to look this way, and we want them right fucking now. And that's where the ego can come in. So, my advice, my action item to you guys is to examine just wherever you're at in your life and what things that you feel you're in alignment with and what you're not in alignment with. And then I want you to stay open to the idea that the things that you don't feel in alignment with may still be there for your betterment. So it's this process of examining your life, of self-examination. And I think the best way to do that is to ask yourself questions, even ask challenging questions, even questions that challenge your beliefs. Like say you have a belief that you, like, okay, so I'll just cite me as an example because I'm awesome like that. I had this belief that because I realized how much work this practice of helping people is going to require to scale it as big as I want it to be, and I'm almost embarrassed to share like the vision, how big I want this to be, because people are like, okay, good luck, dude. But feeling like, how the fuck am I going to balance 40 plus hours a week at a day job, relationships, my son, my girlfriend, just other relationships, other friendships, fitness. It's not convenient to eat healthy, right? It's convenient to go through McDonald's. Like, that's been really the big thing lately. It's like there's only so many hours in the day. And I would say that in examining my life like this and seeing that these things aren't in alignment, it's like, but is it for my betterment? Is it something I need to let go of, or is it something that actually is for my betterment? I don't know. I think if you guys can look at your life this way and decide, what is it that feels in alignment, what is it that is not, and then just being open to whatever it is. Like, who knows, maybe me getting stretched like this, this self-limiting belief that there's not enough time for this practice, that if I'm doing all these things, I don't have enough time to make this as big as I want. Maybe, number one, addressing that self-limiting belief for myself is crucial, but then also staying open to the idea that having to eat this humble pie, that I'm just getting stretched out, like I'm getting stretched out with, okay, I've learned how to stay in balance. I've learned a lot emotionally, spiritually, but okay, now you need to be able to integrate this in your life on a fast-paced scale. Maybe it's, hey, Eric, you want to teach other people how to do this stuff, so let's take you from like expert level to like mastery level, and let's see how you can handle it, like when your back's really up against the wall, when you've really got a lot of shit going on. And I know that a lot of people, the common approach, I think, when someone has a passion is they do hustle, and they do like the passion project outside of the the normal 9 to 5 job or whatever it is. And then once the income from the passion exceeds the 9 to 5 job, then you can quit the 9 to 5 job. And I definitely can strongly consider that, but then I also, totally believe in the idea of manifestation, of putting your energy and focus and taking leaps of faith, and that's still all 100% true. But they're just, it's like there's other like paths still, like it's all part of like the same path to the purpose, but there's like these other paths that like branch out, and maybe they like even curve back towards the starting line, or like way out to the left or right, and it's not directly going towards the finish line, but there's like these treasures and lessons that come along the way. So I don't know, I'll be honest with you guys, this video was one of the more difficult ones for me to talk through, just because of like all this stuff going on. Like there's just a really weird vibe, I feel like, right now, and I don't think it's just with me. I think it's in the astrology as well. I think it's going on with a lot of people. It was just difficult to kind of make this video flow, to come up with the correct content, but it really felt like just sharing exactly like what's going on with me, because the chances are is that what I see a lot is whatever's kind of like going on with me. If I look at the astrology, it's like, oh, okay, that's why this is going on. So the astrology is always going to affect everybody a little bit differently, depending on the aspects in your chart, in your natal chart. But ultimately, like, we're experiencing a lot of like the same category, I guess you could say, of energy. So I guess that's why I like sharing, kind of like what's going on with me, because there's a good chance that there's something similar going on with you guys, like in your life. So I hope this helps. I really do. So yeah, again, the assignment: look at where you can be more humble. Not look at where you can be more humble, but examining your life, seeing what's in alignment, what's not, and just challenging yourself to say, well, is this not in alignment because I'm supposed to quit this or let go of this? Or is there a possibility that I'm just not seeing that maybe this isn't my betterment? And you may not be able to answer that, but I think the key is to like stay open to it. Stay open to the idea that, I think the best way to put it is, if you're being led, you might feel like you're being led away from something whenever it's an attachment, and you might be feeling like you're led towards something that you're resisting when it's something that doesn't feel in alignment, but it actually is for your own good. So anyways, hope that helps, guys. I'm gonna run, catch up with you guys tomorrow. Hopefully better days are ahead. You guys take care.